Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a hoarding closet update. It has been a really long time unintentionally since my previous update. I had counted the closet back in July, and then because I was still being very lethargic and unmotivated, I never filmed an update. So I've recounted the closet since we had some significant changes between that month, and I'm coming at you with my latest numbers as of August 21st. If you're new to this series, I'll give you the rundown. If you're a veteran of this, I'll have the timestamp so you can skip on over this. But essentially, I am a hoarder of body care items. And so I have been on a journey for many years, 5-6 years at this point, to focus more on using than acquiring. The counting of numbers and seeing my usage has been incredibly motivating for me to want to use what I have instead of buying new. It also has been very educational because I am somebody who really likes to purchase body care when it is on discount during semi-annual sales. And I'd like to be educated enough to be able to purchase the amount I need to carry me in various categories from semi-annual sale to semi-annual sale. Obviously, the first goal has to be achieved, which is dwindling my collection down enough to have a need to purchase, and then being able to be educated enough when I am able to purchase to get enough in a certain category. It has been going pretty well, if I do say so myself. So without further ado, let's talk where I was back on March 31st compared to where I am as of August 21st. First category, hand soaps. Had 10, now I have 5. That number will be a little bit skewed because you guys know I did recently, after this count, hit up the Bath & Body Works hand soap sale. But hand soap is sort of one of those ever ebbing and flowing categories because I tend to purchase quite a few hand soaps during those hand soap sales, which are better deals than the semi-annual sale times, and I can kind of have more choice. So I'm not super worried ever about that category. I mean, I did dwindle it by 5 in just a few months, so that shows you how quickly we can go through these soaps. Second category is shaving cream. Had 2, now I have 1. It's summer, so I tend to shave my legs a lot more. I do it every couple of days, so it's not surprising that I have gone down in that category, and I will keep working down. I try not to amass a lot of shaving creams, but I will say that I tend to do it because when I was noticing that Fortune Cookie Soap temporarily stopped making their whip soap, I was buying from other places, and to help sort of offset the shipping costs, I wanted to buy multiple to make the shipping feel more worth it, so to say. For shampoo, I had 2, now I have 3. I did get a shampoo in my Get What You Get July bag from Fortune Cookie Soap. It's not a big deal, it's shampoo, I'll work through it. I'm very pleased to tell you guys that in my conditioner category, I had 5, and now I have 0, which is awesome. I used to coupon shampoo and conditioner, which is why I had amassed them at a greater quantity. And now I've gotten, I will say, pretty good at couponing, so I don't need to go as hard at getting a bunch at one time. I've learned how to coupon on a need-to basis, so I'll definitely try to not buy any, and just as I use up the one in my shower, get myself another one, and be able to work through them in that way and not really have a backstock if I can help it. For leave-in products, I had 5 and now I have 4. It's minuscule progress, but it is still some kind of progress, and those hair categories are hard for me to work on when it's not shampoo and conditioner. I definitely will say that as the time has gone on, I probably should look at the actual expiration of some of these hair products, because I think some of them are really getting to a place where I probably do need to just get rid of them for expiration purposes, but I haven't really scrutinized them. So that category might go down by a bit in the next update, because if I find that there are some things that have just gone off on me, I'll have to part with them. Hair serums, I have no change. I had 3, now I still have 3. They're basically like an oil. They're very hard for me to work through. I either use a serum or an oil, and they don't move very quickly. So that category probably won't change much, if at all, in the next update. For hair oils, I have acquired a hair oil from a Fortune Cookie Soap box. It's not very big, but I'm currently working on another hair oil that is pretty large, so I don't see myself getting that worked through anytime soon unless I pull that one out and use it and then leave the other one in my drawer, but we'll see. Travel body wash also have an increase. Body wash in general, you guys probably won't be surprised to hear that I have increased numbers in. I was a little loosey-goosey in the spring/early summer with shower gel purchases. So I had 0, which was awesome, and now I have 3. I have really been doing a good job of cashing in free body care travel coupons for Ben, but then I got a little selfish. So I've got a few, they don't take me a ton of time to work through, but they're slippery because sometimes I will pull those out and use them as opposed to working on something full size. And obviously to me, it's more of a victory to work through something full size because it's larger, it takes up more space, it just takes longer to use. But sometimes I like the short, easy victories. I've held off for now, which is pretty good, but we'll see. But I'm not guaranteeing that you won't see a travel body wash pop up anytime soon in a project Use It Up. So now we get to the jump. My full-size body wash count back at the end of March was 12, and now it is 16. It's not great. I definitely will say that I indulged, which is where it gets sneaky. It's not a perfect system, and I know that I've done really well overall, so like a slip up here and there, it's not huge, but this is the one category that I think I have sort of deceived myself in to say, oh, I can have a few extra because I go through them so quickly. That's not really true. I mean, they take time to use up, and I tried to deceive myself by saying I needed some more seasonal scents, but I'm good now, and I'm gonna have to really stay focused. It doesn't tend to be too hard for me in the fall. I tend to have enough fall scents that I'm very satisfied, and I don't pay very close attention to the fall releases. I tend to hear about them after the fact when they're long gone, and I'm sad that I missed them, but it's not a huge deal. I have a couple of body washes from the semi-annual sale in the summer that happen to be fall scents that I like that I snagged. So you'll start to see me use those and focus on the autumn scents because I'm very much a seasonal body care scent person. For full-size body lotions, I had 3 and now I have 2. This is really awesome. I really am getting to a place where I don't have any old body lotions anymore. By some miracle, my 2013, 2014 collection never expired on me. And I've been able to, after many years of not buying body lotion, been able to work through it because I don't use body lotion all year round. And it feels very realistic that I could get that number down to 0 before the winter, which would be exceptional because I don't want to keep mixing lotion and oil. I just want to be able to use body creams in the winter when my skin is drier. Winter body lotion, slight increase, had 5, now I have 8. I did acquire a couple in a Fortune Cookie Soap, get what you get. It's not a big deal because like I said, I'm not gonna have to use lotions this winter. I'm gonna be able to just use actual body creams, and I can be a real fiend with body creams, so I'm not very worried. Body scrubs, I had 5, now I have 3. And this has been a really exciting category. If you go back like a couple of years, I had as much as like 20 scrubs, which is more than I could use in an entire year. And I've really been turned on to Tree Hut scrubs, which I feel like now that I'm paying more attention to them, they tend to have seasonal scents that just randomly come out and then are gone for that season. So I'm really looking forward to being able to purchase more from Tree Hut and get down to just having a few at a time. So I'm very happy with that number. Bar soap, slight increase, had 1, now I have 3. The bar soap that I'm using right now is pretty thick, so it's taking me a long time to use, but the other 2 out of the 3 that I have in the closet are pretty small, so I'm not too worried about getting those worked through. For face wash, had 2, now I have 3. It's not a big deal. I try really hard not to purchase a lot of different face washes and have a backstock because I just only have got one face, but as I was dealing with my different intense acne, that I had never experienced before, I was trying to use different things to find the right equation. I think I have since found the right balance because my skin, it's not perfect, but it has calmed down and been a lot less painful. So that's why some of those got put back in the closet as I purchased some other things to help me. And now I feel like those can get used up. Face moisturizers, had 2, now I have 1, not a huge deal. Again, I would love to not really carry any extra skincare because I only have one face. I can only use so many products at a time. Face toners and serums, super thrilled. I had 12, now I have 5. Part of that is declutter. I had I think it was like a set of 5 alone that I just tried one of and used the whole thing and didn't feel like it was that great of a formulation. So I didn't want to choose to use the other ones. And then some of the other ones that I had in my collection were smaller. So I was able to make a lot of progress, and I really hope to have this down to next to nothing, but I don't think I will because some of them are oils and I have to wait until the winter to be able to use a face oil. And then for eye cream, I had 0 and now I have 3. Don't love that jump, but the 3 that I acquired were all samples. And when it comes to anything except for the travel size categories, I count everything else as if it's full size. I don't differentiate. And so those really and truly, as I work through my full size ones that I have, those will go pretty quickly. So I'm not too worried. So overall, looking at my total count, I had 69 items in the hoarding closet back on March 31st. And as of August 21st, I have 64 items in the closet. It's not the most significant or massive decrease, but it is still a decrease, which I'm happy to see because I did increase by a pretty decent margin in some categories. So it was nice to know that I was still able to keep the overall number lower, even if there are some categories that are a bit bloated, we'll say. The other data points that I'll share is that over the course of the time of March to August, I brought in 18 items and I was able to use up 23, which 23 is quite a few in that particular category. I will say I basically had an extra month of usage, so I think those numbers are a bit inflated because of that. So I definitely think that at the next update, even if I don't really purchase or acquire much of anything, I don't think my use up number will be hitting the 23 mark. I think it'll be maybe closer to the 10, if that category. But even if I use 10 items and don't really bring in much of anything, which is always kind of the goal, but definitely the goal this time, then I definitely think that my number will decrease by a good margin overall for total numbers, which is the goal. Like I said in the kind of overview of this, I really feel like I've been on a really good place. I think that tracking in this way, while might seem intense to some people, it has been amazing for my goal-oriented personality, and it has been really helpful to keep me on track, and I just love the feeling of using something up. And I will say that having my project Use It Up has also kept me very focused because I have an ability to track my progress and be very mindful about how long it takes me to use up certain items. Now that we've talked about numbers, let's go ahead and look at the closet, shall we? Hello and welcome to the current status of the hoarding closet. So up here in this box is basically all skincare. So you've got bar soaps, you've got face washes, moisturizer, serums, all that good stuff. This box here is hair. So these are my shampoos and these are all of like the hair serums, oils business. Moving on down the line, we come over to this box, which has kind of become a catch-all. It's mostly meant to be body lotions and body creams, but because I have so many shower gels, I have a few that spill up here. Ideally, at the next update, we'll be back down to just the one box for shower gels. Down here, we have body scrubs and my shaving creams. Then we've got candles. This box here is my hand soaps, and then the rest of this stuff is mostly Ben's items that he has in his very small, reasonable hoard. So there it is, the current hoarding closet. So I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my progress, seeing my hoarding closet. I definitely think that we're coming to a place where as I use up more categories and not have much of a backstock, I'll do some reshuffling. Also, the closet that I currently store everything in will be changing in the somewhat near future. So that will also cause me to make some other choices around the closet as well. So stay tuned for that. As always, I very much appreciate you being here and watching and chatting with me in the comments below, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon.